Good morning.
Good morning.
The neighborhood news this morning. How's it going, Danes?
It's awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good for a happy, sunny, beautiful, clear Monday. It's gorgeous out.
Beautiful. And can you believe it's April?
No. What happened to the first quarter of the year?
I have no idea. So, but welcome to the neighborhood news.
Welcome, everybody. This is where we talk about neighborhoods across the valley. Could be north, could be south, could be east, could be west. You never know. Where are we today?
We're going out east to Mesa, and we are talking about the Evergreen Historic District today.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
I know it is, and I'm really excited to share it with everybody. So history, I just want to give you a quick little tidbit about Mesa. Okay. So the word Mesa stands for table in Spanish, and Mesa is the third largest city in Arizona.
It's giant.
And as of March 2020, Mesa is the largest suburban city by population in the United States.
Wow.
Yes. So a little nugget of info about Mesa.
In the entire United States.
Correct.
That's giant.
Yeah, there's 520 plus thousand folks who live in Mesa.
Wow.
I know. But Evergreen is known for its wide tree-lined streets and the pleasant assortment of bungalow homes on these larger lots. Mm-hmm. And it's a significant, so we go back to the significance of it. And it was developed in what was basically established in 1910. Edwin and LeBaron and James Million, I can't talk this morning, guys. James Miller Jr. platted the Evergreen subdivision. And they were proprietors of the Arizona Land Company, which specialized in land speculation. Mm-hmm. And to sell these lots, they held two auctions, the second of which was announced with a large advertisement in the Arizona Republican newspaper of Phoenix. And the developers called it a beautiful new addition to the town of Mesa. And the ad, which I thought was really interesting, it emphasized graded streets, water and gas connections, and surrounding agricultural land, which gave the subdivision a natural park setting. So pretty cool. And they had the intentions of creating a more exclusive residential subdivision. And to accomplish this, the developers reinforced the exclusivity of subdivisions through a deed restriction. So meaning they included buildings that could have a 30-foot setback. And get this, the minimum home cost of $1,000 to $1,500.
It's crazy, isn't it? Things have changed. I am headed to a listing appointment actually when we are done in Evergreen. And I'm not going to be quoting her anywhere near that for her purchase price.
But again, these homes were built somewhere between 1910 and 1948. But they also, the subdivision restricted, they had uses of saloons, blacksmiths, stables, and stores. Those were actually prohibited from being able to be used in this district. So let me show you my screen, you guys. And hold on one second. There we go. And can you see the map, Katie?
Yep.
Here is the Evergreen. So it sits just east of, it is Country Club. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just south of the 202 there. And it is bordered, it's between Center Street here and Country Club Drive, and then north and south from Brown to University. So it's this little district right here.
And it's beautiful. I mean, there are such cute homes, so just an eclectic mix of, French Tudors and bungalows and, even those that were built a little bit later are, kind of the more mid-century modern style. Just a really cool mix.
You're exactly right. So you'll find the bungalows. You said the Tudor revival, Spanish colonial revival, Pueblo revival, and a few of the ranch style homes. So let's look at the homes that are for resale. And we have one.
We have one. Well, we're about to have two more because I got another one coming up later this week, and I'm going on a listing appointment today. So.
Well, I feel like you have definitely controlled the listings in this neighborhood for a long time, Katie. You have a lot of knowledge and experience working in historic districts, and Mesa's been your jam for a long time.
I love it.
I know.
I sorry to interrupt you. You know how I am though. I love the mix. I love the history in there. I love the vibe in there. I actually own a historic home in that area. So
I know you do. I feel like we need to somehow get in there and tour it one day. In between tenants. Between tenants.
My tenant might not be too excited about that. We're just gonna come over, walk through your house. We'll be there a while. You got coffee? Like,
don't mind us. We're doing a show. And this is your listing.
Yes.
So this home, and we were there over the weekend hosting an open house, listed at $530,000. It's 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, just over 2,600 square feet, built in 1938. It has a new roof, new paint. The bathrooms and the kitchen have been updated. The carpet is new. So let's check out the photos. And it is so darling, so cute. And the backyard is yours to do with what you want. It's really, really cute.
It's giant. Look at the soaring vaulted ceilings in there. It's really got a lot of charm. You're right about the backyard. There's plenty of space back there, which is really nice. You also have flood irrigation, which a lot of people really love. You know, it's inexpensive, and you can irrigate your entire lot. So that's a
awesome.
plus for that area.
And when everyone came through, they were just in love with this open staircase leading upstairs. So the master is downstairs, and then the other 3 bedrooms are upstairs. Here's your updated kitchen. And I have to tell you, is this the original stained glass in those windows in the kitchen?
That's a really good question. I want to say they're definitely old, if not original. This one was built in what, the 40s? Was it
1938?
38. Okay.
It reminded me of Chicago and the stained glass and some of the repurpose and reusing of that in homes. And I loved it so much. Yeah. And this bathroom is off the master, and this is a door out to the backyard. There's doors everywhere. There's the upstairs balcony. There's your backyard.
Yeah, it's huge. And it's got alley access. So what's really cool about that is the city of Mesa actually shut down the alleys a while back. So they're not open. You don't do your garbage back there anymore. But it's kind of cool. All the homeowners have access to that area. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Great. And we'll look forward to sharing your new listings coming up. And then I'll let you talk about this website, Katie.
So actually, let me control it if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing. Sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
So this is something that we did quite a while ago. Alex, as you know, Alex DeRuger, he's been with Team EvoAZ for, 10 years now. And he and I really dove into the historic district probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I just really fell in love with it. This is when things were revitalizing down there, when the main street, they got really hit hard when everything crashed. And so it took a while for it to sort of get back up to speed. But they have a really great group of people that really care about the area there and care about the revitalization and care about just making Mesa a spot to visit, a spot on the map. And so there's been a lot of work down there. You've got the Museum of Natural History. The Historic Museum was there for a while. They then since moved to the, I believe, very first school in the area, which is the Lee High School. So I'm pretty sure the Historic District is still there at this point, which is a really cool place to go check out if you've never been there. Lee High is a really neat area also, was part of the area that was first settled when the settlers came to Mesa. The downtown area has grown so much. There are some favorites like Nanthaporn's Thai cuisine, which is a fantastic Thai restaurant. She's been there forever. So she, stood the test of time really, and went through the downturn of the market and came through the revitalization, and she actually expanded not too long ago, expanded her restaurant. It's just an awesome place. There's 12 West down there that came in over the last couple of years. It's got great atmosphere. You can dine outside. They have amazing food. Usually they have live music, and a great list of, if you're into craft beer, they have a great list of craft beer on tap that they actually brew. So it is a brewery. You've got Worth Takeaway. Let's talk about Worth Takeaway. That is an absolute amazing sandwich shop. And I remember when they first came in a couple of years ago, and there were lines out the door. There's probably still lines out the door at lunchtime. It's right there by another, there's a few breweries down there. You got, is it Chupa? I never know how to say this name, Chupacabra.
Yep.
And then you've got the cider. Oh gosh, the name escapes me at the moment, but you've got that bar where they have all the cider, the adult cider. It's not for kids.
I'll get the name and I'll post it in our link.
I can't believe the name escapes me right now. I mean, I've been there a whole bunch of times. Just a lot of really cool. You got the Nile that's been there since the very, very early 1900s. It's a music venue, and there is a vegan coffee shop right there also that is sort of the front of the Nile. That's been there forever. I can just continue because there are so many really cool shops there that stood the test of time, and then some new stuff that came in after the revitalization. So if you've never spent some time in historic Mesa, definitely do that. Check it out, get down there. One of my very favorite things to do is to go to the De los Muertos festival I think it's in October. And that is at I'm having a Monday. I can't even think of any of these names, but a very world famous music venue that's there. I've gone to several concerts there. Oh gosh.
I'll get that one too.
It's okay. It's okay. You can make fun of me. I really do know all these things. I'm just like forgetting the names. But anyway, super cool place. They do a really, really nice job there. So Alex and I wanted to capture, we just fell in love with the stories of these homes. And as we started to talk to more neighbors, we started to learn more stories. So many of these homes that are on this website, it's the mesahistoricdistricts.com. Many of these properties, we share the stories. So if you wanted to look at the history of homes in West 2nd Street, which West 2nd Street is the most prestigious historic district there in the downtown area, that's where, all of the who's lived back in the day. They nicknamed the West 2nd Street Millionaire Row, actually. And the houses there are just absolutely stunning. You got to check that out. But if you wanted to see some of the histories, what we could capture, we have captured. And a lot of these are our listings or, our friends' houses that have shared with us these stories. So you can just kind of go through it and read the stories of these properties. These three or these two. That's a friend. This is a listing that we had, beautiful house. This is another listing we had. Here's another listing we had, another listing we had. You're just going to hear that over and over. But to go to Evergreen, here at the top, check out the properties in Evergreen and kind of get those histories. There's a listing we had. This one is great. A lot of updating here. You can just kind of go through, and this one here was a listing we had, and what a great story this one had. There's a few of these properties. You had said the neighborhood was started in 1910, and that's probably the official date, but there are a few properties that were built prior to that. This is one of them. This is the coolest house down there on Robeson. And it was actually built by a medical doctor, and he had his practice here. So it's kind of funny because he has two front doors. One of them went to the house portion, and one of them went to the practice portion. So here in the front is where the practice was, and the waiting room, I suppose. So
cool.
just flip through that, a lot of really great, neat stories. Families that have been around forever, that have had several properties in there, built several properties in there. Many of those families are still either somehow connected to the historic district or still own property there. It's such a family friendly area also. So when it's Christmas time, if you drive through there, it is gorgeous. There's so many decorations, all the houses, most of the houses participate, and they're just absolutely stunning. Halloween is really, really big. I think it was like, last I heard, is over 600 kids hit the neighborhood for Halloween. Things may have changed a little bit since COVID changed all of our lives, but prior to that, back in the day, there's a lot of citrus trees in the neighborhood. And so the neighbors would get together and have juice offs and like just all of these really neat kind of neighborhood things. So very, very tight knit. Everybody knows everybody type place. So if that's something that you're looking for something that's a bit more eclectic, a bit more fun, that's a place to look for sure.
Yeah, just driving down the street, it's so cute. I don't know, the charm of that neighborhood really just, you feel it as you even just walk and drive down the street.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
thank you so much for sharing. I just love your knowledge of this area. So
of course. I wish I could have remembered some of those places because they're very important places.
No, we'll get it. We'll get it. Like I said, I'll make sure I get all of that. And we'll add it into our comments once we get this posted on YouTube and our social media so everybody can see. Because we're going to share some other businesses too, from our Mom Nation group that run businesses in the Mesa area too. So we'll add that to it. And then just because it's really important to know with historic properties, if you're doing any repair or remodel to the exterior, right, you need to fill out the certificate of appropriateness. Is this correct, Katie?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the historic district, you actually, if you have certain things in place, you actually get a real estate tax break. So that's kind of cool. Also, the neighborhood itself is on the registry, right? The
Correct.
National Registry. However, some of the houses themselves are on the National Registry. The one that I'm going to go see this as soon as we're done here, that I'm going to go for a listing appointment on, is on the National Registry itself. So you may have some other guidelines if you're actually on the National Registry. You certainly do, just being in the community, if you want to preserve that tax break, which who wouldn't want to preserve that tax break? And then also, yes, you need to chat with the City Historic Preservation Department.
Very good. And you can go to mesaaz.gov and find out that information. So I wanted to share that. I thought it was really important. And you brought up some good just amenities in the area. You talked about a lot about restaurants and bars. Fitch Park is very close to this neighborhood. And it's also where the Oakland A's have their spring training field. So if the Oakland A's are your jam, also the Cubs, they're not far from here.
That's right. That's right. Cubs Stadium is not far at all.
No, it's gorgeous. And then you also have Mesa Country Club.
Yes.
So it is a members owned country club with different levels of membership types. So check it out, mesacountryclub.com, you guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Then I think you talked about the Museum of Natural History.
Yes.
That's not far. So check that out, museumofnaturalhistory.org. Great place to take the family.
Super fun. It's like 3 or 4 levels. It's huge in there. My kid loves it. He asks to go every once in a while. They've got, obviously they have exhibits, but they have fun things for the kids to do. You can pan for gold, which he loves to do. So that's like one of his favorite things. They also have the old Mesa jail set up in there. What? So you can kind of see what the old jail cells look like. And it's certainly, once we went through that, my son's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, follow the law, because you don't want to live in something like this, because it's like, the hard beds and the little teeny sinks and the little teeny toilets. And anyway, it's pretty interesting.
That's great. I love it. I love it. So much history, right? So yeah, upcoming events, you can see that listed on their website. So check that out as well. Then you also have the Mesa Amphitheater. where they hold outdoor concerts.
Yeah, that place is cool.
Yes. So you have a lot of concerts coming up on there. And
I saw 2 cellos there before COVID. That was good.
cellos. Ooh,
Yeah.
Interesting. I love it.
Oh, this is my friend Jackie and Donnie's business. Awesome. I'm glad we're featuring them today.
Yes. So you want to talk about it real quick since you know a little bit more, but it's Jackie Manning Reed, and she is the owner of Grateful Glitters.
Yeah. So they have a bunch of products for, I mean, everybody's out there making tumblers and things like that, right? And so what's a tumbler without glitter? I mean, you need glitter. And so they have just a ton of products for creating these tumblers that everybody is going all crazy over.
Yes. So check out her website, gratefulglitters.com. Her store is on University. And then to your point, there's another mom in our group, Unlimited JK Designs. And this is Jordan Timmons. And she does make the tumblers.
So she needs to hook up with Jackie to get her supplies.
And she does. That's why I thought this was a great segue into her business.
That's perfect.
So check out her store as well. And then we have Leslie Woodcott, and she is the owner of Leslie's Creative Cakes and Flowers.
Oh, nice.
I know. So she does custom cakes, flowers. So lesliescreativecakes.com. So check out her store if you are looking for a custom cake or you need some flowers. Her gallery is unbelievable, you guys. I won't take too much time, but check out her gallery. And then Alyssa Leone, and she is a doula, and she has a team of doulas, and she owns the Cherry Blossom doula company. So I wanted to spotlight these 4 businesses in our Mom Nation group that own and operate out of Mesa.
Awesome. Oh, that's perfect. We love supporting our mama business owners. What about schools? Did you get any info on that?
I sure do. So you're in the Mesa Unified School District, and you have for your elementary, Eisenhower Center for Innovation. You have junior high, Carson Junior High School, and then high school, Westwood High School in that area.
Did you talk? I'm sorry, I don't recall if you mentioned there is a private school right there in downtown. It's actually right behind Nuntaporn's Thai restaurant.
And what is that?
Ask me the name of it. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Today is the Monday that I don't remember names of anything, but I know where it's at. I can assure
private
you.
Schools. I will definitely get the private school. Behind the Thai restaurant.
Behind the Thai restaurant. And oh man, if you like Thai, even if you don't like Thai, going there might change your mind. It is delish. They have great lunch specials too.
Well, I think we need to head over there. Since you have lots of listings, open house and Thai, I think it's on the docket coming up.
I think so. Well, awesome, reporter Dana. This was very informative, and guys, such a cute location. I come from back east, and it's very, very normal to see neighborhoods like this back east, right? We've got the big Victorians, and we've got all this stuff. Mostly it's custom builds where I'm from. So when I came to Arizona, not saying that, a tract home can't be wonderful, but there's a lot of them here. And I hear through, the grapevine here and there that some people like to be a little bit more eclectic, a little bit more custom, kind of want these areas where not every house or every other house or every third house is the same floor plan, that kind of thing. If that is your jam, this is an area to look at.
100%. It's spectacular. I love it so much. It's so cute. But yeah, I'm from back east too, so it reminds me of all that.
Right? It totally does.
It does.
All right, reporter Dana. Until next time.
Until next week, you guys.
Oh, wait. Do us a favor, you guys. We have a playlist going on of all of our neighborhood news shows. And Dana and I have been doing this for a few months now. So we've got a bunch of shows lined up on that playlist for you. Hop on over to @Team EvoAZ. That is our tagline. TEAMEVOAZ on YouTube. Find our playlist, hit the subscribe button, and then that way you'll be notified every time we have a new neighborhood news.
This was our 18th show, by the way.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. We've been doing it a while. All right, now we really can go.
Bye, you guys. See you next week.
Bye.